My top boss, welcome to our today's video. Today we are talking about two-gang two-way light switch system. We have completed the wiring of this two-way two-gang light switch system. So the customer can switch these bulbs at this point and then exit at this point and switch them off as he or she goes away. Now, my top boss Margaret has done the most. Look at that. She can decide to turn it on, the other light here, and then turn it off at this point. Where is this applicable? In a dining area, in a sitting room area, or what I've seen with most of my customers, in a master bedroom area where the customer has a chandelier, has downlighters, or even in more advanced cases has the strip light. This is not different from a one-gang two-way light switch system. In a video that we have already done, we covered this in a practical manner where we demonstrated how to wire and even how to replace all of these videos. Top bosses, you can watch them. The links are right here on the description of this video. Top bosses, if you are ready for some value today, smash the like button. So now my top boss, in this practical session, we are going to have a great time. Our top boss, Margaret, will be taking us through this practical. Margaret, tell us more about it.
This is a two-gang two-way connection, and we're going to do it practically.
Awesome. Awesome. So top boss, if you are ready for some knowledge when it comes to the practical aspects, smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to our channel. Let's go. My top boss, when it comes to this connection, we will definitely require these two. These are battery boxes. We also require these holders. And definitely very important are these switches. When you turn at the back, this is what you have, my top boss. Again, each single switch resembles this single switch that is right here, which is a one gang. So it is like having two of these inside here, my top boss. And so the two L1 and L2 for all of these connection will be interconnected with this one right here. And the source will definitely be fed to one. And then the other one that goes directly to the lighting points will be fed to the bulb holders. When it comes to the neutral, very important. This will be fed directly to the bulb holders. Very important is that Margaret has prepared these red cables here, which will be used as the strappers as well as the connections that goes all the way to the lighting points. Ready for this, top post? Let us do it. Very good. So my top boss, what our top boss Margaret has done is to ensure that she has installed these circular boxes, the two of them, and then we also have this switch right here. Very important also is to ensure that this pipe or this conduit has connected these two boxes, this one as well as this one. Now, in the next step, we are going to do the wiring process, having the strappers pass all the way through this conduit from this switch all the way to the other switch, the strappers. And then we'll also have the incoming source. From the source, we'll also have the neutral connecting the two bulb holders. Let me know in the comment section, my top boss, if in your line of duty as an electrician or as a beginner electrician, have you ever performed this task, whether in the workshop as you were learning or in real life scenario? Top boss in the comment section, let us know. Check it out. What we are connecting is the mains to feed at this point. The neutral will go to feed the bulb holders direct, and of course the earth connection. And then for this cable, it will be feeding the first two-gang switch. That's the only thing we need. Here we will have 4 strappers connecting the two switches like that. The two cables or wires from that switch will definitely feed those bulb holders. So at the moment, Margaret is ensuring that the cables go through so that they connect at the two switches, and then we will mark the two strappers to ensure that one set of the strappers is dedicated to one lighting point and the other set of strappers for the other lighting point. So that is exactly what she's doing, and then she proceed to wire. My top boss, many struggle when it comes to the construction site, especially pulling and pushing these conductors, especially if there are many and they're supposed to fit in such a conductor which is a 20 mm. Now, top bosses, it is very simple. In many cases, you find that in the conduit, you have to navigate through the corners as well as the couplers, which sometimes are very harsh and don't provide a conducive environment in there for you to pull and push the cables. Now, the best thing that you can do is not to bundle up at the same point right here. You'll have an issue. The best thing is to simply have them, separated as such, and then you can simply connect them. So if, for instance, this one, I wanted to connect it, I would simply do that, and remember, these are not as massive cables as you may think, because they're just very small in size, and then the other one, slightly just below, so that if it is negotiating that bend, it can become so easy for you. And then last but not least, assuming these are the 4 cables that you only need, top boss, it becomes also simple. All right, so that is something that usually gives electricians stress in the construction site. So notice what I've done. I have 4 conductors, the first one, then the second one, and then the third one, and then finally the fourth one. The reason why we need to use an insulation tape is to ensure that the cable has a smooth time inside the conduit, right? So if it is a bend in the conduit, if we have a coupler, or if the conduit itself was pressed during the corrugation that was done, then it becomes so easy for the conductor to navigate through the corners. Another important thing that you need to know also is, if at all the cables are bigger in size, then it means that you may have to employ extra things such as oil. All right. Now, my top bosses, another thing is, once we have the steel tape at this point and we want to pull and push, then it is simple. You see, my tape is ready right there. It is a steel tape. My top bosses from Nigeria refer to it as a fishing tape. So I will also use a tape or an insulating tape, and then ensure that everything is intact. All right, like so, so that through the corners or through the tough points in the conduit, it is easier for it to go through. So at this point, assuming I'm in the kitchen or in the dining or another point, you simply redirect the cable like that. Once the whole part is in, and then there is that toughness where you are pushing, then you simply work with your colleague on the other side. As you push inside at this point, he is pulling the other steel tape part away like that, my top post. Look at how incredible that is. Push and pull, and definitely you have it. And then you instruct the other person that is on the other side, instructs you that the cable is here, and that is when you now remove the tape, my top boss. Simple as that. When it comes to this type of connection, my top boss, it is important to mark the strappers so that you don't confuse. And also, the next technician coming in will not have an issue. For this switch, we need identical strappers to connect with the other switch. And that is why we have one set marked with white, and then the other set marked with blue. This one will go to one switch or one gang, the other one will go to the other gang. And the same thing is done at this point right here. Top bosses, this is marked properly, as you can see. 4 strappers connecting these 2 switches. What are these switches, top bosses? They are 2 gang 2 way, and that is what we are wiring. For one, we have marked with blue. The other we have marked with white. Right. So the same are connecting here as well. We have marked white. We have also marked blue. Right. Top bosses, after completing the wiring, it is time for us to conduct tests. The tests that we are carrying out here mainly are continuity, right? And our top boss Margaret is taking us through. She has a digital multimeter and it is doing an incredible work while at it. So that is what she's doing before we can activate our circuit. The question is, will it light up after all the tests have been done and finally connected to power? Once the tests are complete and everything is okay, can then test it through connecting it to a power source. All right. So top bosses, at this point we have this main coming all the way from this point to our switch, and it drops to a single gun common and then feeds the other. Look at how Margaret has done an incredible job ensuring that the connection is well done and the wires are not seen outside, and that is our two-gang two-way switch properly wired. This is the mains bringing in power supply, and from there we have the four strappers. Imagine, from only one wire going all the way to connect to the other switch. Genius invention right there. Great. So what remains is to simply connect the fixtures and make sure that everything is intact, screw everything, and then we will put it to test. The real question is, will our circuit work? After carrying out the tests with the multimeter, the moment of truth is here. My top boss, Margaret, has done an incredible work right here, which is wiring two-gang two-way switch system. Now, Margaret, how has the experience been wiring this system? Awesome. So if you want to learn this, it is very simple. We have a full course on domestic installation. You will learn a lot. We have a lot of bonus tips right there, and you will benefit. If Margaret has been able to execute it so well, even using a digital multimeter to troubleshoot before she can activate the circuit. Very important, very smart move. Now we are about to test this circuit. We expect each and every gang to light up. Margaret, take us through. In this setup, you can simply switch on at this point and switch off at that point. For the other bulb, you can still do the same, switch on at this point, switch off at that point. Again, you can do all of that from this point. Switch on the same bulb, switch off the same bulb. The other bulb, switch on at this point, switch off at that point. So now, Margaret, can the same be replicated on this switch? Can we switch on and off for all of these bulbs at that switch?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. So one is switch on and off, and the other one on and off. Good job. Top bosses, this system is applicable especially in homes where we have a chandelier. We can even have a downlighter or even a strip light, or as many of you refer to it as neck light. Top bosses, in the next video we will be covering a three-gang switch, still a two-way, or even as the US refers to it, at three ways. Still the same. You can operate it from different positions and you can switch off a light or different lighting points. Top bosses, for you to check out that video, the link is on the description. My top boss, that has been our time for today.
Thank you for watching and like and subscribe. Bye bye.
Awesome. See you. If you liked the episode, kindly like and subscribe. Bye bye for now. My top boss, that has been our time for today.
Kwani ilikuwa kwa script usemi.
Tunashinda. Rudisha hivi mkono. My top boss, that has been our time for today. And then thanks for watching. Subscribe, like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Ama venye tu zitakam through, sindio? Sawa. Kwa hii box. Inama kiasi ndio light
Hivyo.
ama
Nisonge.
hivyo. Ndio light ionekane, sindio? Good. Tuende kazi. So at this point, you simply redirect the cable like that. Once the whole part is in, and then there is that toughness where you are pushing, then you simply work with your colleague on the other side. As you push inside at this point, he is pulling the other steel tape part away like that, my top post. Look at how incredible that is. Push and pull.